The story of Abraham. The Hebrew Bible teaches us to have faith in God. God commands Abraham to offer his son Isaac as a sacrifice. To test Abraham's obedience, God commanded Abraham to sacrifice the boy. My question is, why did God punish the Canaanites for child sacrifice, when he personally ordered Abraham to do it? Here is a bullshit explanation. God instructed Abraham to sacrifice Isaac as a test of his faith, not because God intended for Abraham to kill his son. Abraham's obedience to God's command is seen as a demonstration of faith and trust. What?
God tested Abraham's faith, calling him to a mountain in the land of Moriah. With a heavy heart, Abraham took his beloved son Isaac and set out for the place God had shown him. As they climbed the mountain, Isaac innocently asked, "Where is the lamb for the burnt offering?" Abraham, his heart breaking, replied, "God will provide for himself the lamb." Atop the mountain, Abraham built an altar and laid the wood upon it. As Abraham raised his knife, ready to sacrifice his son, the angel of the Lord called out to him, staying his hand. "Do not lay your hand on the lad," the angel said, "for now I know that you fear God." Abraham lifted his eyes and saw a ram. God had provided the sacrifice, sparing Isaac's life. James chapter 2, verse 21 reminds us, "Was not Abraham our father justified by works, when he offered Isaac his son on the altar?" The offering of Isaac teaches us that true faith is demonstrated through obedience, and that God's provision and blessing follow those who trust in him.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here!
The story of Abraham's willingness to sacrifice Isaac is a foreshadowing of God's ultimate sacrifice, offering his own son. Again, child sacrifice. If God is all-knowing, why did he not know until the very moment in which Abraham was about to sacrifice his son Isaac? The story needs to be seen. To prove his love/fear of Yahweh, Abraham had to go to the absolute extreme, sacrifice his son in context. It is not about fear or obedience. The God of the Bible was himself appalled at the sacrificing of children to the pagan gods. It was for this very reason, along with extreme cruelty and perverted sexuality. Would you sacrifice your child if God asked you? Here are some cases where parents thought God told them to sacrifice their child, but an angel never came to stop it. 1. Deanna Laney. God told her to kill her children. 2. Andrea Yates said Satan told her to drown her 5 children. 3. Dina Schlosser became the latest Texas mother to take her child's life. She told her husband she wanted to give her children to God. Existing conditions can be inflamed by religious environments where leaders demand absolute obedience and claim to speak for God. Indeed, that is very dangerous. Nearly all the women were Christian and many attended fundamentalist churches. Is the church causing people to develop these feelings, or are people with these feelings more likely to gravitate toward a fundamentalist church? The story of Abraham and Isaac is so disturbing that I can't believe it is still taught as being a good thing. Anyone have a parallel example of how twisted this is? What kind of manipulative, sick, twisted, disturbing, and grossly abusive parent would ever require a test of this magnitude just to test their child's faith? Please stay away from dogma and think critical. Peace.